Hey everyone, welcome back. Last time we tackled money basics, remember how we talked about saving, spending, and paying? Today, we're jumping into something so many people struggle with: arranging monthly expenses.
Honestly, that's something I've always wanted to get better at. My bills seem to pop up at random and I lose track. Arranging things monthly sounds simple, but it's so easy to miss a step.
Totally, it can get overwhelming, but breaking it down step by step makes it way more manageable. We'll use short, clear words and go slow so everyone can follow along. Ready to dive in?
I'm ready. And I bet listeners are too, especially if they've ever wondered where their money disappears each month. Let's start with the building blocks.
So first, we need to get familiar with the key words we'll use again and again, stuff like rent, food, bills, and a few more essentials. Saying the words out loud really helps them stick.
I used to mix up bills and debt, so practicing the words is actually useful, and it's easier to spot them on a bank statement or a receipt if you know what to look for.
Exactly. Words like rent, transport, phone, internet, savings, and debt, they pop up every month for almost everyone. Even just recognizing them is a great first step.
And I noticed, just rattling off rent, food, bills, phone, internet, transport, savings, debt, it almost sounds like a checklist. That makes it less scary, honestly.
All right, let's put these words to work. Step 1 is knowing your income, how much is coming in. Step 2 is writing out every expense you have, no matter how small.
I find that writing things down actually shows me patterns I didn't notice before. For example, I always forget how much I spend on transport each month until I see it on a list.
That's so common. And step 3 is where things get real, putting actual numbers next to each item. Like, rent is $400, food is $150, bills are $80, and so on. Add up the total and see what's left after expenses.
Seeing the leftover amount is a strange mix of relief and panic, depending on the month. Sometimes there's extra, sometimes not enough. What should you do if it's tight?
That's where prioritizing comes in deciding what's essential and what can be cut or reduced. We'll get into how to handle those moments, but first, let's talk about saving even just $10 at a time. Let's face it, saving feels tough when money's tight, but even small amounts matter. After you've paid rent and bills, putting a little into savings adds up over time.
I used to think saving $10 wasn't worth it, but after a few months, I realized it does grow, sort of like a slow snowball effect. Plus, tracking my spending has been eye-opening.
That's the trick, writing things down, or using an app if you like. Cook at home, bring lunch, buy fewer snacks. Simple changes make a big difference, especially over weeks and months.
I started tracking every coffee run and wow, it adds up fast. Plus, even just saying I save automatically out loud helps remind me to stick to it.
So, what do you do if your expenses are bigger than your income? There's no magic fix, but you do have options: cut costs, earn more, or delay some savings.
One month I had to cancel my streaming services and switch to a cheaper phone plan. It felt rough at first, but seeing my budget balance out was honestly a relief.
Cut, earn, or delay, that's the cheat code. And if there's a shortfall, focus on essentials first: rent, food, and bills. The rest can wait or get trimmed.
Could you unpack the difference between essential and optional expenses? Sometimes it's hard for me to draw the line.
Great question. Essentials are what you need to live: rent, food, bills. Optional expenses are extras, like movies or daily coffees. A simple budget usually puts income at the top, then lists necessary, optional, savings, and debt.
That actually reminds me, a friend recently realized she could save just by making her own coffee instead of buying it every day. Those small changes made her budget finally work.
Exactly. And real examples help. If someone has a low income and their expenses are too high, cutting costs or finding a flatmate can help. With a good income, you can pay extra on debt or save for bigger goals.
And don't forget about emergencies. Having even a small emergency fund can be a lifesaver when something unexpected hits.
Let's wrap up with a bit of practice. My income is $1,000. My rent is $400. I save $100. I cut my snacks. I track my spending. I pay my debts. Saying these out loud really helps them stick.
Repeating those gives me more confidence. And honestly, even making a plan, no matter how simple, makes me feel in control. Like, I make a plan, I follow the plan. I check the plan, It's a reminder you can always adjust.
Small steps lead to big change. So, keep practicing, listen again if you need to, and do the little exercises. Over time, you'll see progress.
Thanks for walking us through this, Antha. And to everyone listening, stick with it. You'll feel better about your money each month. See you next time.